This video is sponsored by Car Vertical.
Hi, my name's Matt.
Hi Matt.
And I've got a serious addiction with buying crash damage cars.
Could you tell us when you last bought a crash damage car?
Well, yesterday in fact.
Guys, it's happened again. Another crash damage car. I literally just can't keep myself away from them. So we sort of covered in the last video that I needed to get Hannah a new daily driver. I use the M4 as my daily. Then the only other car that we've got running is the Maserati, which isn't great for daily driving. Now in that same video, I went to go and look at a crash damaged Porsche Cayenne with a 3-litre V6 hybrid engine. Probably a perfect daily, you might think. But at the same time, I had a lowball bid on an Audi RS5. Quite the opposite. I'm still winning. It's 50 seconds. I'm actually going to win it, and 47 seconds left. And well, you guys know the story from here. Well, I rang to look at the Porsche, but I put a low bid on that RS5 and I won the RS5. Okay, it has arrived. We've already noticed that there's not an exhaust on it. Well, there is an exhaust on it, but it's split, so this could be loud. And if there's no oil in it, it could be even louder. Oh, yeah. The engine sounds quiet. Oh, yeah. It's a bargain. Oh, it's purring. Oh yes, this one is going to be good, I can tell. Now, in all the heat of this, I actually forgot to check this out on Car Vertical, so that's exactly what I'm about to do now. So first things first, Car Vertical works in over 20 countries. It grabs data from national registries, insurance companies, car manufacturers, car sale websites, crash car auctions, and maintenance databases as well. Now, here is the report for the RS5. Now, actually, I've got a green light showing that it's not been in an accident, which makes me think the accident was fairly recent, so it's not showing up on the database yet. But usually if a car's been in an accident, then this is what it would look like, and it would even show you photos of the car and the damage from the auction site it was bought from. But something that's quite interesting, we have an amber light for mileage. The mileage record seems to be all over the place, going up and down. And I seem to think we had a similar issue with my old S5. Now, weirdly enough, on the MOT database, the mileage does seem to all be in line, which is also apparent on the Car Vertical database. But in between those MOT tests, we can see sometimes the mileage does jump down. So maybe this is something that we need to investigate further with the car. But just as a comparison to what a good report should look like, here is my Lamborghini Gallardo. Everything all green, as you can see. I can see when number plates have been changed. You can see the mileage is all in line as it should be. There's no damage flashing up, and I can also see all the specs and equipment that the car has. That thing is a lifesaver, and if you want to go and check out your next car using Car Vertical, click the link in the description box below, and by using my link, you're going to get yourself 10% off. Okay, let's check this thing out. I've been wanting an Audi RS5 since back in the day when I bought the Audi S5 and made it look like an RS5. The original subscribers will know about that. But I think we've really hit a bargain with this Audi RS5. Now, Hannah hasn't even seen this car yet. She knows I've got it, but she's not seen it yet. But let's go through a few of the good things before we get on to the, well, not so good things. From the driver's side, you'd never even know that it was damaged. For the age of this car, the paint looks really good. It's a black with a sort of purple tint in it. It looks really nice. This wheel only has a few scuffs in it. That goes for this wheel as well. The interior is really clean, and there's barely any wear on the seats despite the age of the car. No steering wheel airbag has gone off, and no passenger side airbag has gone off. I've never had this happen from an auction car before, but I've got 2 keys for it. Winner. And what's even better than 2 keys? Full Audi service history. Absolute winner. It's a 2012 and it's only got 39,637 miles on the clock. And obviously it's got Audi's 4.2 naturally aspirated V8. Come on. And the best part about it, I got it for just £12,000, which I think is seriously cheap for an Audi RS5. If you look at similar spec to RS5s, which aren't damaged, but the same year with the same sort of mileage on, you're looking at 22 grand upwards at least. So I think we're onto a bargain. So overall, a load of good points on the Audi RS5. I think even the parts on it alone are worth over £12,000, but of course, we're not going to be breaking it. I'm going to be fixing it. Well, attempting to. So let's get on to the bad points. So as you can see, it's got a coolant leak. This radiator could be the culprit of the coolant leak, being that the hoses aren't connected and this took a massive hit on this side. Now we can obviously see something in the accident has pushed this wheel way further back in the arch. Fingers crossed it's not going to be too drastic. The tyre's knackered. This tyre's knackered. The front bumper, the wing and the bonnet are a no-go. This was the passenger headlight. It's missing a passenger side wing mirror glass. The front part of the exhaust is, well, disconnected and on the floor. And most importantly, it's got this chassis damage right here. And one thing that's actually annoyed me the most is this damage to the rear bumper right here. We've got a perfect rear bumper, but this part is missing. But I generally think we actually got a really good buy here, and the Audi parts actually aren't too expensive. Now the RS5 is categorized as a category S, which means structural damage. I think the insurance came out, I've seen this damage here to the actual chassis of the car, and straight away write it off as a total loss. Now normally a lot of the repairs I do are just bolt-on repairs, and repairing the chassis is actually something I've never touched on before, but this shouldn't actually be too bad, fingers crossed. Now you can see on this inner wing here how they have these little dimples inside the chassis. Now when you're involved in an accident, they're supposed to collapse, which exactly what they've done here. So from here onwards, we should be okay. Now I'm talking like I know what I'm doing, when in fact I actually have never repaired a chassis like this before, but I'm willing to give it a go. But we'll get onto this damage later. The good news for this though, it actually starts and the engine sounds really good. Listen to this. Oh, V8 noise. Now we can't run this thing for long because obviously we have no coolant in it at the minute, or very little, but the engine does actually sound really good. And it's a little louder than usual because obviously the exhaust isn't connected to the back part of the exhaust, but that's not always a bad thing. We do have an engine management light on, which I think is probably to do with the exhaust, and we do have an airbag light on. I think we got really lucky with the airbags not going off in the car, because there is an airbag sensor which goes around here in the bumper, and this is the connector for it, but it looks like it's been disconnected before it was able to send a signal from here to the airbags inside the car to let them know to detonate, to save anyone inside. But this car I think is going to turn out to be so good. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know I was supposed to get a perfect daily driver, but still, a 4.2 V8, it could be a perfect daily driver. Come on. And although I do value all of your guys' opinions, the main opinion that matters at the minute is Hannah's, and she hasn't actually seen this car yet. She knows I've got an RS5, but she doesn't know the state of it, and I know one thing that she's going to be pretty annoyed about, and that there's actually no heated seats. The button is supposed to be here, and it's not there. So Hannah should be down here any time now. Let's see what she thinks of her new Audi RS5. Now normally you see these videos on YouTube where the YouTuber surprises their girlfriend with a dream car, where this one is a little bit different. We do this a little bit different on this channel. She's kind of got a really nice car that she'll be really happy with, but with a twist. Let's try and make this as magical as possible. Let's open the doors and let Hannah see her new RS5. We see these videos on YouTube where the boyfriend gets the girlfriend their dream car. Well, this is the kind of the same thing, but a little bit different. So you know you've got an Audi RS5, yeah, but you don't quite know the extent of. Well,
and you said that there was a something that I wasn't going to like about it.
Yeah. So, well, say hello to your new Audi RS5. 2012. Audi RS5 4.2 V8, and it's got a few dings and scratches on it.
It is automatic.
It is automatic, they only come in automatic. But here is your new daily.
Oh, you can drive it straight away.
Well, you can actually pull it out, so if you want to start it up, it's got no coolant in it, so if you want to start it up and just roll it out. So how's that for a replacement of the Ford Mustang?
Yeah, I like it.
Better or?
Better.
Better. Well, it is better despite the damage, I guess. And we've got a 4.2 V8. Now there is one thing that I know she's not going to be too happy about.
Oh, has it got no heated seats?
No, there's no heated seats.
Oh no. Oh, I get really cold.
It was the same in the S5 though, wasn't it? There was no heated seats in it.
I don't get that.
I don't know why they don't do it either. But overall,
I'm really happy with it.
what do you think to that, Kevin? So this is going to be Hannah's new car, her new daily, when eventually I get this thing fixed. Obviously it's going to be a full series of this build on my channel, so if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and again, a lot of modifications as well. Now also, big news. Hannah, as from today, has quit her full-time job and is now working for the Matt Armstrong channel.
Working with
The Matt Armstrong channel full-time, because you guys have been absolutely smashing it on like the hoodie sales and the merch sales, and it's just, I can't cope. I can't cope. So as a thank you for all you guys for just killing it with the merch, I'm giving you guys all 10% off anything on the mattarmstrong.co.uk shop using code Hannah10. What else are you doing?
a YouTube channel.
So Hannah's making her own YouTube channel as well, sort of behind the scenes of what actually goes on, more of an unedited cut as well, and the link is in the description for Hannah's channel as well. But this is going to be, well, it's going to be a really good build, and we're going to take off where we left off from on the Audi S5. So again, what a way to end the video. Another new crash damage car on the channel. I'm so excited to get this one started as well, and it's going to be more repairs that I haven't necessarily tried before. So it's going to be interesting repair, this one. I definitely have an addiction for buying crash damage cars. Hopefully Hannah enjoys this one. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Peace out. Drug